Colored content exclusive.
Hi everyone, it's Victoria and I'm here with Timothy McCallum, the creator of What's Your Chocolate?
Hey, how you doing, everyone?
So I have some questions for you about the series.
Sure, go ahead.
So for anyone who hasn't seen the scandalous yet tasty web series,
hmm
could you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yes, Western Chocolate is a web series. It's a drama web series. You could say your black soap opera, based off these group of people, based off the family called the Martin family, who is who has actually taken over a business. Vance Martin is one of the lead characters, and he takes over his father's business, who went to jail. So he takes over his father's business, and basically these group of people are who are friends begin to deal with their chocolates. And what we're talking about, Western chocolate, basically, you know how people have a love, a desire, a taste, a lust for chocolate. Some people can't get enough of it. Some people are like, hey, I'm staying away from chocolate, but yet they sneak and get a piece of chocolate. And so that's their lust, that's their desire, that's their wants. And so we took chocolate out of the equation, and the real chocolate out of the equation, and apply it to everybody's lives. So you'll have some of them dealing with sex, love, betrayal, even drugs. So this is what What's Your Chocolate is about. It's like, what's your desire? What is the one thing you just can't get enough of? Is it heavenly, or is it unforgivable? Those things are, what What's Your Chocolate is about. So these people are together trying to live their lives, but yet being exposed. And yeah, we do have some type of thriller of who done it, and type things going on with Western Chocolate. So that's really the premise of Western Chocolate. So everybody's there to just trying to explore their lives.
What inspired you to create the series?
Oh man, what inspired me to create the series? Well, actually, I had an opportunity to work on two treatments for a video, and it was for American Idol winner and Grammy winner, Fantasia. And so we did. She did. I forgot, I forgot the name of it. She did a video called "Without Me," and so I had the opportunity to write, and we went to LA, and just actually watching your vision and your ideas come to pass. So I was going to the Art Institute, and when I was going to Art Institute, somebody was talking about a web series. Now I've never heard of a web series. I really wasn't really involved in that, and so when I watched some of the web series, I like, I try to do this. And so with that, I got a group of people together who is in the film business, who's are actors, and just wanted to, and also directors who wanted to come up with something of their own. So we came together, we start writing the script down, make some changes, a few changes, little hiccups in there, here and there. So that's how we got started with Western Chocolate, and it's been a rocky road, but yet I think we got to the place where we enjoying the web series as the way we want it to be.
I mean, and that's great that you've gotten to a place, and obviously it's progressed and moves past. And you also have, I mean, I don't know if this is, can I say, there's a nice little cameo from Fantasia in the
That is true. Yes, it was such a
series.
blessing just for her to you come in and be supportive. Me and her are good friends, and for her to come in and say, "Hey, I want us to help in and support what you're doing." Really was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was
You know
a
what I'm saying?
great opportunity, and especially when someone's supporting you and they already at a certain level. I mean, it's just one of the things I especially feel for color content, where I'm trying to support web series creators, people of color, and it's really difficult because a lot of people don't support,
Right.
Black people support each other. So to have someone on a certain level to support you, that really validates sometimes what you're doing.
Yes.
So, I mean, that was great for you guys.
Thank you.
Next question, and I know you touched on it a little bit. There's the series intersects with a lot of different issues: drug abuse, domestic violence. What why did you choose those topics? And then the follow-up question is, what is one of the biggest messages you want people to gain from
Oh,
the series?
great. That's that. Um, the reason why we chose those topics is because either believe it or not, we know some people that deal with those issues. Or we've seen some of those issues around, or there's some things we discuss. So we want to touch on some of those topics because we want to show light of it, not make fun of it, but more of getting people aware of certain things that goes on. And like I said, this is it's a fictional show, but yet it does have some type of realistic value to it. Like I believe one of our characters, Iris, she's the outgoing Nessie. You'll see her in the second season, really more than you do now. She's a church girl. She loves to be in church, but yet she struggles with her inner self as far as the things she wants to do as far as with friends.
I like
And
her
just within
character. I
huh?
like her character on the show.
Oh, yeah, I think everybody she's the fan favorite.
Yeah.
Even the drug, when we start showing the little drugs a little bit more, we'll show how I know a couple of people who have like siblings who are they're jealous of their siblings and because maybe they was treated differently from their siblings, and you'll see that coming forth with the second season a lot more. First season is more of getting to know our characters, getting to know who you dealing with. And then even with people who have a desire to want just power, and I guess you see in one of these episodes where there's a relationship and it goes wrong, and some people just want to stay in that relationship no matter what it is. um, and I know some people who've done that, what I'm saying, just because they love that person and they don't care what they do, they just want to be with that person. So we wanted to tap into those scenarios.
Yeah, different real life scenarios that people experience, and then kind of put your spin on it, about it. So with that said, what is the biggest message you want people to get? So obviously the show's about passion and
Hmm.
desires. What the issues are when you follow those passion and desires and you struggle. So what would be the biggest positive message you want people to get from it?
The positive message to get from it is you get to start dealing with yourself. You start with self first. And I think the biggest message that we show, if anything, is love. Everybody wants love. If you look at it, there's some type of love, as far as, anything, everybody wants money, power, um, you know, all these other things. But the biggest thing of all is love. And I think that's the message that we're going to convey in the series is love. And if you really look at it, it's all about love.
It's all about love. It's a love thing.
It's a love thing,
Okay.
chocolate. It's a love thing. It's a love thing. You either you love it or you
Be the
don't, but
tagline.
you know you
I
love
hope I get paid.
it.
So, what was one of the, since this is your first web series, what was one
Okay.
of the biggest struggles you had creating it?
Oh God, the biggest struggles is being a newcomer to as far as doing like a web series or stuff like that. Dealing with people who have a love for it, but yet not being able to provide monetarily for them, and having people to just come in as their you know volunteer work, volunteer. That was the biggest struggle because you have to deal with people times and issues and lifestyles, and so it was hard for us to really get people to stay motivated, um, stay in character, stay with the show because we did go through a couple of characters, but I must say at the end we got the best characters. We got the people who are hungry for it, who are thirsty for what they wanted to do, and this is just the beginning. And now second season, everybody's geared up. They finally seen themselves, because first season was our pilot season. So, and the biggest thing for me is the challenges. I want to help others as far as explore their gifts and open their gifts out to the world. My makeup artist down to my hairstylist to to the guy who our photographer who does amazing work for our pictures. You know what I'm saying? To even to our actors, to get them exposed to certain things and explore, you know, certain things in their lives. So hopefully they can go on further and want to pursue it, you know, a little further than they do now. And that's what, even with me, you know, like I said, it goes back to when I did, you know, Without Me video, you know, and did the treatment. You know, it was an honor and a pleasure just to be able to do something that I love and somebody, you know, give me that opportunity. And that's what I'm doing for my group. So the challenge, you know, for me was, you know, really getting these people involved and really getting them to stick with it and you know, be excited about what they're doing. And now I'm so grateful with the team that I have because they're so excited and they're hungry, and that's what I want.
It's so difficult with funding, especially for web series,
Right.
um, to make it happen and get people excited and get people to be engaged and want to continue to do it. But once I think people see themselves, especially on camera, and feedback, it really encourages them to do more. So I'm glad
Yes.
that's working out. So you get season 2, guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
season 2.
So the next question.
Okay.
Currently, diversity in media is such a big topic. How do
Mhm.
you think people of color can help progress the diversity in media, increase it, improve
Um,
it?
Improve it or increase it. You know, I guess support one another. You know, support. You know what we're doing. You know, even though you may not, you know, like the show or whatever, or like what somebody else doing, but still be supportive. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you never know, you want somebody to support you. So I think just be supportive. You know, get the word out there. You know, go to, you know, the different events. You know, as far as, you know, you know, the award shows, or you know, the just like I think we have like the Queen City Awards. Be there, be supportive. You know, certain things that what, you know, as people of color, and bring that diversity to the media. You know, so just be supportive of everybody.
Yeah, I think that those things will make a difference, and hopefully people see that those things make a difference and they can continue and we can be more supportive, and we could see maybe a year from now so much growing and so much flourishing in our own community.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the last
Okay.
question. What can we expect next? Can you give us some possibly like little spoilers for next season, or just new topics and projects that you're working on personally that you want to talk about and tell us about?
Okay. Well, you can expect for second season to be a lot more drama. We're going to tackle into some of those issues that we did not, you know, really tackle into. We just gave you a little snippet of it. We're going to bring some things to conclusions. Um, we're going to add some new characters and explore their lives. One character, he's going to come in and it's actually, and it's when his character, when he comes in, you would see that he's, you know, struggling with certain things, and we're really going to deal with, you know, that part of being a man, and that's what one thing that that's a struggle with this character. He's, as far as being a man, a father, you know, just everyday life. So that's his chocolate. So you're going to see a lot of more, you know, sex, love, you know, stuff like that. Still keep it, you know, tasteful, but yeah, we're going to go there. Now the projects I'm working on, oh wow, I'm working on a project now called Happy Father's Day, and it's dealing with just men itself, and it's dealing with men and what men go through, and also writing a sitcom for a major network. So hopefully, if it get picked up, you know, it'll be great. So that's some two projects. Yes, yes. So hopefully, it'll work out. So I'm doing a couple of things, just doing some more writing. Got a great team and now of writers now. So I got some extra writers coming in. So it's going to be a wonderful ride for what, just for season 2 of Washer Chocolate.
Well, that sounds great. And
Right.
best of luck. And I was saying on the side, fingers crossed. And I hope everything works out. And we'll definitely see more of you and more of What's Your Chocolate. Thank you again, Timothy.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. Bye, everyone.